Hi everyone, we're from Mammals in 1, grade 10B, and today we're going to talk about the circulatory system. Hope you guys enjoy!
The circulatory system, also known as the cardiovascular system, is a network of organs and blood vessels that transports oxygen, nutrients, and hormones all throughout the body, to the cells and to the organs inside that need them, while removing waste products like carbon dioxide. The circulatory system consists of the blood vessels and the heart. There can be two systems for the circulatory system. The first of which is a single circulatory system. So, organisms such as fish have this type of system. So, the system pumps blood in a circuit. They only move once in the circuit. For blood, where the heart pumps from the blood to the gills to be reoxygenated. That's for fish. After which the blood flows to the rest of the body and back to the heart. Single circulatory systems is when the blood passes through the heart only once for each circuit and around the whole of the blood circulation system of the animal. And for the larger animals like mammals and like us humans, we use the double circulatory system. In this system, the blood travels in two circuits twice around the body. And the system is separated into two parts, the pulmonary circuit and the systemic circuit. The pulmonary circuit is where deoxygenated blood travels from the heart to the lungs, where it gets oxygenated and then it gets flowed through the body to where the organ is. And then the systemic circuit is where deoxygenated blood travels from the heart to all parts of the body and back to the heart. So, since we are mammals, we use the double circulatory system, which is advantageous because, for one, it increases the pressure of the blood. Hence, the blood reaches all parts of our body in equal time, and it reaches to the most needed, the organs that need the nutrients the most at that time. And for second, it increases the flow rate and blood pressure supplied to the tissues of the body via the systematic circulation.
So after talking about the circulatory system, we're going to talk about the organs involved in the circulatory system. The first one is the heart. The function of the heart is to pump blood around the body using cardiac muscle, which contracts and releases regularly. It is divided into four chambers, two upper chambers called atria, and two lower chambers are ventricles. A septum separated the left and right so the blood flows on each side. The heart is divided by a septum into two halves, and the halves are in turn divided into four chambers. The upper chambers are called the left and right atria, and the lower chambers are called the left and right ventricles. The left ventricle is the largest and strongest chamber in the heart. The left ventricle chamber walls are only about a half-inch thick, but they have enough force to push blood through the aortic valve and into your body.
The second one is blood vessels. So, arteries carry blood away from the heart and towards organs. Blood travels at high pressure and is usually oxygenated. The artery has thick muscular walls to withstand the high pressure. Veins. Veins take blood to the heart and away from the organs. Blood travels at low pressure, therefore, veins have valves to prevent blood going backwards. If the blood goes backwards, this will cause them to close and thus preventing further movement. The blood inside veins is usually deoxygenated. Capillaries. Capillaries are microscopes that connect arterioles to venules. Walls are only 1 cell thick and allows substances to be exchanged between blood and body cells.
Okay, now we're going to be talking about blood. Blood is made of plasma and blood cells is divided divided by three, which is red blood cells, white blood cells, and also platelets. First of all, blood plasma is a liquid component of blood. Plasma itself is around 90% water with a 10% remainder including proteins, minerals, waste product, clotting factors, hormones, and immunoglobulins. Blood plasma is really important because it contains hormones and other useful substances, and it also maintains pH and osmotic balance. Now I'm going to be talking about the blood cells. First, there is red blood cells. Red blood cells contain hemoglobin, and it is iron containing pigment. It has no nucleus and it is small, flexible cells. The function of red blood cells is to transport oxygen and also carbon dioxide. Next, white blood cells. White blood cells have an irregular shaped nuclei, and the enzymes in cytoplasm digest microorganisms, and it can detect microorganisms. The function of white blood cells is to engulf microorganisms. After that, we have platelets. Platelets is the cell fragments involved in blood clotting, and it can release blood clotting enzymes.
Next, we're going to be talking about the importance of circulatory system. The circulatory system is vital for sustaining life, like transporting oxygen and nutrients to cells, removing waste products like carbon dioxide, and ensuring organs, muscles, and tissues function properly. Next is health issues. There are some diseases that can happen in the circulatory system. Some of the examples are 1. Hypertension or high blood pressure. Blood flows with too much force through the arteries. Next is heart attacks. Blood flow to the part of the heart is blocked. Can damage or kill heart muscle. Number 3, stroke. Blood flows to part of the brain is cut off and can cause brain damage or death. Potassium anemia. Blood doesn't carry enough oxygen due to low red blood cells or hemoglobin. To prevent those diseases, we can keep our heart healthy, like know your family history, not smoking, drink in moderation, know your numbers, and eat a heart-healthy diet.
That's all from our explanation. Yeah.